For those of you wondering if these lovely people are always this annoyingly perfect, the answer is yes. And it sucks. Just so you know.
Okay, ready?
No.
Yeah, be ready. Wait, is it still recording? Okay. Close up.
How close you want.
That's good. Is that good? Are we good?
Just fine.
No shaking. Hi, I'm Shalane. This is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living. And today we're doing a cooking show. Whoever thought that Grassroots Living would be doing a cooking show?
Well, we will get down to the grassroots of how to cook. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, huh?
That's right.
Okay, so there's a ton of different ways to cook off grid. Next week we're going solar. This week we're gonna show you our BIOLITE, and we're gonna make some chicken noodle soup. Let's go.
All right, welcome back, friends. This is part 4 of our series of how to just go about boondocking, how to get away from people, how to social distance away from people for a long period of time. And you will see in the distance here we have some firewood stacked up. Now, if you were having to do all of your cooking with firewood, this could quickly disappear. One of the things that we found very useful is this little thing called a BIOLITE. It just folds out, has this battery pack which just attaches into the side. And that battery pack actually does quite a few things for us. It actually recharges itself through the flames of the wood that we'll be burning, which is fascinating. I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but it's just another way of getting energy. As it recharges, it actually has a little power port back in through here that you could plug in your cell phone and recharge your cell phone. It has a little light that you can attach up over the top of it. And by the way, this also comes with a grill and other things that we haven't even brought out yet, but that we've actually never had to use. And then it comes with this particular pot that you can make all of your food on. That's what we're going to be showing you today. We have been so happy with it. Rather than use mountains of firewood to make your meals, we can do it with just a little bit of wood like this. And we're going to demonstrate that for you today when we make you some good old hearty chicken noodle soup. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the fire started, then I'll turn the time over to Shalane so she can go ahead and cook up the dinner for us. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my useful thingy, the little arc lighter that we talked about in the last video. Get the fire going. We're going to start by just getting tiny little sticks in here just to get it started. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just triggered a little fan that will actually kind of blow the flames that are just getting started underneath. And kind of help the fire to engage because it is kind of a closed-in thing. Now, we haven't used this in, I would say, over a year, and still the battery is good on it and it is drawing the flame. There you go, you can see the flame coming up now. And again, all we have to do is just put tiny little pieces of wood in there.
Okay, so in today's cooking demonstration, hey, who's a famous cooker on TV?
Julia Childs.
Rachel Ray, Julia Childs. Oh, and that pioneer lady.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not them. But we're gonna make a super basic, simple chicken noodle soup today, because that's always nice to have when you're out and about camping and stuff. So I'm actually gonna have Dean pour in some chicken broth for me. If you'll just pour it like, you want me to pour it in there?
Sure.
I guess I'm gonna pour it in there. Okay, so we're just gonna warm up some chicken broth and throw some noodles in it, and I'm out of celery, which is a bummer. Everyone put some onions and a little carrot. And I'm gonna run around and put some greens in it too, but I'm gonna get those from the yard, and I don't like to put those into the last minute because then they get like way overcooked. So I'll take you for a little walk and we'll get our greens here in a minute. And yeah, I always do this. It's not a Corona thing, but anytime I cut chicken, it just weirds me out, and I always wear a glove. Oh, I gotta show you guys this chair I'm sitting on. It's so cool. I think it's called a telescoping chair. I don't know. I wouldn't want to sit in it for 9 hours, but it's pretty comfy. I'll show it to you guys in a second. Don't be judging my cooking skills, because I ain't trying to say that I'm this master chef person. But chicken noodle soup's pretty easy. We can do that. Dean, all Dean has to do is feed it a few little sticks every now and then. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my chicken. Hey, guess what? Our cat is over in the shed right now having kittens. It's a true story.
3.
3 so far.
4 on the way.
I got a composting pile over there. We have a composting bin here at my sister's house, and yesterday I was turning the bin and I didn't make sure that the lid was secure enough on it, and I ended up dumping out all of the compost on the ground. So that happened. Did I tell you about that?
No, you did not.
Well,
So you got a shovel, I'm sure, and put it right back in, right?
yeah, I got a shovel and put it right back in. Yeah, it's not just laying on the ground. Of course not. No. I don't love cooked carrots. I'm gonna be honest. So if you're thinking to yourself, that sure is a tiny carrot for 2 people, that's because I ain't trying to eat it. No.
But I do love it. So
But he loves it. It might need another one though, to be honest with you. Hey, I need pepper. I forgot my pepper. I'll have to go get my pepper. I could put it in a little bowl and pick it up and sprinkle it in, like those fancy chefs do. I ain't trying to be fancy though. I do like a ton of onion though, so I'm gonna put in a lot of onion. And then we've got garlic all over the yard. It's not really ready yet, but sometimes I cheat and take it early anyway. Like I said, we're at my sister's house, which used to be our house, and so she's super nice. She's letting us, you know, mooch stock in the side yard, which is nice since all of us full-time RVers are a little bit stranded right now. And so we've been planting a garden and having kittens and cutting firewood for the winter. Right behind you, too bad you can't see behind you. Right behind you is our tiny house. We own a tiny house. We keep it here in the backyard of my sister's place. And if we were ever truly stranded and had to get off the road, we could just move into that. Anyway, the tiny house is heated with a wood stove. So we're just cutting wood for the winter just in case this whole Rona thing lasts for a long time. You need more sticks in there?
we'll see.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the fan is just going and going on this. The heat produced by the fire is charging the battery that runs the fan, and you can turn the fan up higher or lower, just depending on what you want. How do you like this fancy soup doing that I'm doing? Oh, I meant to throw that in the pan. I threw the onion in the fire. I'm just gonna throw in some noodles. See, what I did was, of course I made these noodles homemade. And then I just happened to have a bag. I just sealed them up in there. That's what happened. What?
Or not.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? We've got a big old pile of scrap branches behind us. My sister's back there breaking up for kindling, in case we ever need kindling, which we always do in our tiny house.
Well, drop a comment below if you'd like to take a tour of the tiny house one day,
Oh yeah,
Just
we
to
could
see-
take you on a tour.
just to see what it's all about. It's 8 feet by 20 feet, but and it really is competed with nothing but the wood stove. And honestly, that's all we need. In fact, there was a day when it was like 5 degrees outside, and her feet were cold, so she decided to keep putting fire in the fireplace, or the wood stove. And it was, I think, 92 degrees. We had to open up the windows.
I was cold.
It was hot inside.
You guys see the steam coming off of this? Whoa, you should smell it. Oh, here's my chair. I'll show you. You want to get behind the camera and see if they can see me? Okay, so first I'll just put it down and show you. See? Oh, wait. I did it too fast. There we go. Look, you can carry it around like that, or carry it on your shoulder. So fancy. And you can make it any height. Like if you want to just do a little squatty seat, you just do it like that. Or you can do it like that. Or you can do it like that. Or you can do it like that. See? It's got these little teeth in it that hold it up. I don't know. It's really cool. Watch. See? It's my handy little chair. And then to close it, you just grab the ends and you pull and you twist and you close it. It's cool. Should we take them on a walk?
Great for hiking.
Yeah, great for hiking. Well, I'll take you on a walk to go get the greens, because like I said, I don't put the greens in till the very last thing, but it's almost done. Okay, so we're just gonna walk around the yard and look for some dandelions.
Brought you some dandelions.
My sister is so sweet. She brought me some dandelions. Dean doesn't really like this part of the dandelion. I do, especially to make jelly out of. We're mostly gonna just be putting in the greens. So we're gonna go grab some more greens and some clover. Let's go. Okay, here we have like a whole hill full of clover. Your yard's probably full of it. Anyway, we're just gonna grab a handful of this, just a few pieces, and take it in and wash it and throw those in the soup. And we'll get some dandelion greens as well. A few dandelions, not very many dandelions themselves because I'll eat those, but Dean won't. So like I said, when I make the jam, he'll eat the dandelion jam, which is really yummy. But we got a bunch of clover and some dandelion greens, and as you can see, this is completely done. A little overdone, honestly. I should have done my little greens walk a little sooner, but so I'm just gonna toss these in. I don't like to put them in too early because then they'll get all wilty, but that makes that so pretty and healthy and yummy. And our soup is done, and all we used was, Dean just used a few sticks, just what would normally be considered kindling, and that's what we made our whole meal with. Needs a few more greens. Gotta add a little pepper. Okay, so I did want to mention really quick too that it's super easy to clean because we have cooked a ton of oatmeal in this, and what we do is we just kind of fill it with water and set it back down on the BIOLITE because there's still heat there, and of course the heat will warm up that water, and by the time we're done eating, I've got warm water in here, and it's super easy to just wipe out, and all done. All right, thank you for joining us today when we did a little cooking show. How weird was that? A cooking show. But we hope you enjoyed it. And we hope that you would like and subscribe and share, of course. And is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, in these crazy, weird times, we hope you keep your chin up and your smile on. This is Grassroots Living reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy. And and live your love.
We're thinking of you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.